One long weekend, we attempt to hike up and camp on top of Australia's tallest mountain, Mount Kosciuszko.
Across here?
We jump in and packraft the freezing snowmelt of the swampy plains river that flows from the top of the mountain. With a solid crew with very mixed levels of experience, it was always going to be a really memorable adventure. We arrive on the Friday of a 3-day weekend with a 3-car shuttle. 2 cars from Melbourne and 1 from Sydney. We had initially planned to run the full 20k section of the river to Kosciuszko, but made the call late that it was probably a bit too ambitious, especially with a few inexperienced paddlers. So we settled on a couple of shorter runs of the upper section. While the guys did the Threadbow shuttle, Fletcher and I did our first run down the river to scout it and be ready for a second run once they got back. And the water levels looked like they were just high enough. With some easy and fun slow bouldery rapids to start, it was looking like it might be a fun paddle. And within a couple of 100 metres we hit the first real rapid. Fletcher unfortunately got a bit hung up on this one, but he definitely nailed the next run down.
Oh, he's stuck! Oh. You're good, brother.
With the lower water, it was a lot of hard paddling, weaving and dodging the boulders. And the larger raft seemed to be getting constantly hung up. So it was really slow going. It was starting to be obvious that it would have been nice to have a little bit more water.
There you go.
And we were very happy we didn't attempt the full paddle. But we got the hang of it. Before we knew it, we're back at the camp after 2 runs of the river, a couple of hours on each. With our car on the opposite side of the river, we had to wade the icy colders with our packs to set up camp so we could leave the boats in the car. Waking up with a layer of ice on the tents, it looked to be a beautiful day and it was time to pack up and get hiking. Slugger selflessly volunteered his trekking poles to Daniel, who was going to have his work cut out for him, this being his first ever hike. And it's not an easy one by any means. Taking the Hanel spur track, we had around 2,000 metres of elevation gain, basically all on the first day. We start out with a relentless steep climb and it's not long before we're warming right up. The track for the most part was pretty well marked and clear, but there were plenty of obstacles that kept it interesting and tough. Once we got above the tree line, the views in the train were unbelievable. With barely a breath of wind, it was looking like we had perfect conditions. With a lunch stop planned for Moira Flat, we were keen to try and summit the mountain before dark and camp wherever we land.
Yeah, the very beginning is the hardest.
Water was now basically available everywhere, clean and chilled and as good as it gets. As we hit the snow, our experienced mountaineer Gilo was leading the way and breaking us a path across the icy snow.
His feet are too small though. My boots don't fit in his footholes.
Mexican kids. Fucking Western people, they want everything.
Between us we had 3 pairs of snowshoes, so Daniel, Fletcher and I buckled them up and started to cruise along the snowy bowls as we neared the top of the mountain.
What's that? Yeah, it's nice.
Underneath the snowing parts there were many small rivers creating holes in the snow. This was causing some problems for the guys without snowshoes.
Pretty good there.
Somehow Slugger just missed going down into this larger one, leaving us all to do the mad dash across what was left of the small bridge.
I'm going to go before it gets any more worn out.
Hey!
Oh, come on, you gotta go. No, you just cheated death. Yeah, no, it's solid. The snowshoe boys are fine.
This section of the mountain was covered in the most stunning waterfalls, rivers and large pools, most of which connect up to the Swampy Plains River that we rafted yesterday. Off not too far in the distance was the Summit track.
We cross here?
Now with the snowshoes off and the sun setting, we make a go for the summit. As the energy started getting low, Gilo gives a great story of one of his 8,000 mountaineering trips to Pakistan. It gives us all a bit of a boost.
Carrying so much shit.
And Daniel by this stage had been doing so well to keep up with the pace, but he's just lagging a small distance behind as we reach the summit.
Nothing. Bring us home, Captain.
When he arrives not too long after us, we all give a bit of a welcome party for his first ever summit of a mountain.
First summit! Yeah.
All right,
Great work, brother.
good work, get up there, touch it.
Not on bad.
Effort, mate. Good. Well done.
As we descend and search for a place to camp, the wind is a bit of an issue. We walk for a decent distance to find a spot that's pretty sheltered. Luckily, we're able to set up and prepare dinner before it gets too dark. At about midnight, the realities of camping at 2100 metres really set in, the wind kicking up into the 60k plus range. Some tents fare better than others. Thankfully though, no catastrophic failures, and we all made it to the morning in one piece, dry and ready to go. The wind chill made for an icy morning, so we skipped coffee and brekkie, and I put on my icy boots for the short descent into Thredbo to finish off the trip.
I've never been this laid up and hiking in my life. Get hot though, won't we?
Seems we're going to be a bit early to get the chairlift down, so we have to add another 4Ks on the trip. And we decide the quickest way down is straight down one of the ski runs.
Cool, huh?
Well, we've made it, but it was time for one final challenge.
Can 5 men fit in a hatchback?
Bloody oath.
Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.